The piping hot soup was so hot that Ping Mei's face was burnt red. The thick soup ran down his neck and into his clothes. The whole body was sticky and embarrassed. There was still a leaf of vegetable hanging on the glasses. Ping Mei grinned and screamed constantly. The manager rushed over with a few waiters and was shocked when he saw the situation, and quickly ordered the waiters to help. Ping Mei took off his glasses and yelled at Charlie, "You are looking for death." After speaking, he showed a fierce look, reached out his hand and pointed at Charlie, and immediately took out his mobile phone to make a call. "Hey, bring a few people to the Giantia Hotel, call more people. There is a poor dog who does not have long eyes, and I need to teach him a lesson." Hearing Ping Mei calling someone, Claire quickly apologized to Ping Mei. "Mr. Mei, sorry, my husband was a little excited just now. Don't tell me this. He splashed me with soup. I have to let him kneel for me today." Ping Mei was angry. Seeing that Ping Mei was getting angry, Claire quickly turned around and said to Charlie, "You go out first, let me explain to Mr. Mei. Don't pay attention to him, follow me." Charlie said, reaching out to pull Claire. Claire frowned, pushed away from him, and said angrily, "Mr. Ping Mei is the boss of the future company. He is very influential in the construction industry in Aarhus Hill City, and he knows people from 3 schools and 9 schools. I can't get cooperation. It doesn't matter, but there are some things that you can't solve with great strength." Charlie said, "I haven't paid attention to a small company that is not influential." "Small company?" Claire was almost groaned by him. In the construction industry of Aarhus Hill City, Future Company ranks in the top 5, even larger than Wilson Company. She was afraid that Charlie would offend Mr. Mei again, and said with a cold face, "Charlie, leave this to me to deal with, go out and wait for me outside the door." Charlie wanted to say something, but seeing that Claire was already angry, he could only sullen his face and turned and walked out of the restaurant. The boss of a small company dared to be so crazy in front of him? Isn't this tired of living? What is it? Claire was so jealous of him, didn't she know that her husband was the strongest one? At this moment, Charlie wanted to tell Claire of his true identity so that she would no longer have to worry about the future, and no longer have to be worried and bullied by the small boss of such a small company. However, when the words came to his lips, he still held back. Exposing his identity means that he has officially accepted the return to the Wade family, and wants to return to the Wade family to recognize the ancestor and return to the clan. Charlie didn't want to go back. Walking to the door of the hotel, Charlie looked up at the upstairs, then took out his mobile phone and made a call to the housekeeper of the Wade family, Stephen Thompson. "Check for me the details of the future company, which customers they have recently worked with, and what projects they have on hand." Stephen Thompson's respectful voice came from the mobile phone. "Mr. Wade, the major clients of Future Company are basically small businesses under the Wade family. They also took a few real estate properties of the Emgrand Group this year." "Really?" Charlie sneered, and after doing it for a long time, it turned out that this Ping Mei was still a squat who ate food behind his A. Charlie suddenly wanted to laugh. If Ping Mei knew that he was offending his business dad, how would he feel? Thinking of this, he said to Stephen Thompson, "Help me teach Future Company a lesson." Stephen Thompson asked respectfully, "Mr. Wade, what do you want?" "Oh, you withdrew all the cooperation with the Future Company. I think this stupid company is not pleasing to the eye. Who dares to offend you? Do you want me to let their boss do it directly? Let him evaporate." Charlie waved his hand and said with a smile, "Don't fight and kill at every turn. If you kill him, how does he feel the pain? Just let him go bankrupt and not get up for the rest of his life." "Sure, young master, wait a few minutes, I'll make arrangements." For Stephen Thompson, letting Future Company go bankrupt was as simple as squeezing an ant to death. Charlie finished his instructions, hung up the phone, looked upstairs, and found that Claire was still apologizing to Ping Mei, but Ping Mei was proud and did not know what he was talking about. It is probably cursing Charlie. He simply sat on the side of the road, waiting lazily for his wife to come out. On the road, Charlie, dressed in ordinary clothes, was just like an ordinary passerby. No one would look at him for more than a second. However, he can turn the famous Aarhus Hill boss into a pauper with nothing. Claire had been making plea in front of Ping Mei, and Ping Mei's expression seemed to ease. Later, Claire accompanied Ping Mei out of the gate, and Ping Mei's burned face was still aching. He saw Charlie sitting on the side of the road, gave him a fierce look, then turned around and said to Claire, "Cly, for your sake, I will forgive your rubbish husband once, and I will do it tomorrow night. I invite you to dinner and talk about cooperation." On the surface, if he had nothing to do, it was just to please Claire's favor, but his heart was still burning with anger. If it hadn't been for Claire's apology just now, he would have wanted someone to come over and destroy Charlie on the spot. However, Ping Mei didn't plan to punish Charlie, he just wanted to let him go temporarily, and when he got Claire tomorrow, he would find someone to abolish Charlie. Charlie walked over and said to Claire, "Wife, let's go home. There is nothing to talk about with this kind of bee at Stard who is about to go bankrupt. Let alone give the deals like cooperation." Ping Mei's face changed slightly, and he said coldly, "Boy, you really FC King want to die, saying that I am going bankrupt? Believe it or not that I will kill you in minutes. The reason why you are still fine now is entirely that I gave Claire face." Charlie sneered, and slapped his hand over. Snapped.